Hello, friends. Welcome to another Thursday Night Live. Tonight, we are going to create a really, really easy handmade card for fall using stamps, ink, and paper and the Scenic Pumpkin Patch stamp set, which I have right here, along with the Autumn, I think it's Autumn to Remember Designer Series paper. I am so bad. I don't know what it is. I cannot remember the name of this. Yes, the Autumn to Remember Designer Series paper pack. So, these are the cute stamps. I know, like so adorable. All right. If you are here and joining me live, welcome. So glad that you are here. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from tonight. I hope all of my friends in Florida have weathered the storm and haven't had any damages or any problems. If you're watching the replay later, welcome to you as well. Love it when you guys come and watch the replay. So leave me a comment and let me know where you are watching from as well. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button so you always know when I go live. I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping. I'm going to help you reconnect with your inner artist using stamps, ink, and paper to create beautiful handmade cards and gifts, just like we're going to do tonight. So I'm going to make my workspace look just a little bit bigger. Oops, that was not the one I wanted. Hello, Kimberly and Virginia. So glad you're here. And I know Kimberly, I just mailed out a package to her. The Reindeer Days Christmas series starts this weekend. And for those who ordered the make and take kits for it, I just mailed them out in the mail. They'll go tomorrow. They're sitting on my porch waiting for the mailman to come and pick them all up. But it is going to be great. That's going to start Saturday. So even if you missed out on the make and take kit, you're going to want to make sure that you are on my email list because I'm going to be sending free tutorials every week using the Reindeer Days stamp set for the next 10 weeks. So it's a whole Christmas series. It's going to be awesome. I think you're going to love it. So happy Thanksgiving. Michelle, you must be in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving this weekend. I hope you have a fabulous Thanksgiving. And hello, Patricia in New York in the Mid-Hudson Valley. Welcome. All right, here is the Scenic Pumpkin Patch stamp set. Now this stamp set, it was one of the July online exclusive releases. It's still available. I haven't seen a whole lot done with it yet. And personally, I know I absolutely loved it, but then I got it and it's been sitting on my shelf. I did not use it until today when I made a few cards with it. So, and let me tell you, it was so easy to use. It stamps really nicely. There's no coloring because it is a two-step stamping set, which means you have multiple stamps to create one image, which is always my favorite. Hello, Crystal in Kentucky. All right, so with the Scenic Pumpkin Patch stamp set, you do notice that this does not have any sentiments in it. It is just an image set. So I went ahead and grabbed the Saying Hey stamp set, which is one of my favorites, just for some general sayings because it has I love you and thanks and congrats and happy birthday. And this one that says insert clever message here, which is perfect. All right, with that, I am also using that Autumn to Remember Designer Series paper. Now, I didn't pull out, I can show you, I didn't pull this out. This is, it was designed for scrapbooking. Like, I left this in the plastic and everything. All right, it was designed for scrapbooking. Oh, because I haven't even opened this yet. So this is a sticker sheet. And with this pattern paper, you get, there's 3 different design, well, there's 6 designs on 3 different pieces. And I think you get 4 of each, but maybe 3 of each. And then you get this sticker page, which has all these really awesome stickers and all things give thanks, happy days, some little images. So this is going to be good for making cards and for doing scrapbook pages. You have things like days to remember, story of the day, memories to keep, can't get enough of this, all that kind of stuff. So really cool stuff. Some borders on here as well, some little flags, and then the pattern paper, which I love, 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 love. So there's one design, and then of course you flip it over and you get a different set of designs. So, which I think are fun. I love this tree one. I love this tree one. I love them all. They're just great fall papers. So that's what I'm going to use tonight. All right, I'm going to grab a piece of basic white cardstock. I don't know why I didn't get this out. I need my 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I had it put away. So I'm using my 1 3/4 inch circle punch, And I'm just going to punch a circle. I'm going to start by punching a circle, and I'm going to stamp some pumpkins on here. I'm going to start by stamping them in orange. Pumpkin pie, right? Pumpkin pie is a pretty good color to stamp pumpkins. Yes, Crystal, those animals are so cute. I keep wanting to like fussy cut some of them and make a card, and I haven't done it yet. All right, so I'm just stamping the 3 pumpkins. There's a bunch of different groups, and they're kind of like all different sizes. So you could have pumpkins that are way back in the distance and pumpkins that are more up front. I'm using kind of these 3 big pumpkins. And then I'm going to grab some old olive, and I'm going to stamp their little stems. So for each of the sets of pumpkins, there is a set of stems that go on top of them, and it's clear photopolymer stamps so you can see through it to get it lined up. So there we go. Really easy. I love that. We get pumpkins, right? Green stems, orange pumpkins, no mess, no fuss. It's all done. We still need this. All right. I have some more white, and I have the happy birthday stamp from that Saying Hey stamp set. I'm just going to stamp this right in this corner. I'm going to try it one more time. I think my old olive might need to be re-inked. We get a little bit darker. There we go. All right. And I want to cut this out with my scissors. So we're going to do just a little bit of fussy cutting. I'm going to kind of cut it large first, and then we'll trim it down. And I'm actually going to cut the happy and the birthday in 2. So there we go. We have one that says birthday. And I'm going to cut down the happy. And there we go. So we have happy birthday. Just little sentiment stamp. Deborah, this is your first time to catch me live. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you are here. All right, I'm going to set those aside. That's all the stamping I'm going to do for this card. That's it. Okay, quick and easy. I'm grabbing my mini cut and emboss machine. The mini machine is nice because it's lightweight. It is portable. I'm going to open it up. Let's slide it this way. We can almost see it in the screen, which is always kind of a fun thing. I'm going to put down my number 1 plate. And then I'm going to put my number 2 plate, my number 2 cutting plate, and I'm going to put it lower down, right? We're going to leave it lower down below, and then we're going to take the second number 1 plate. When we put the second one on, we'll line that up with the top, okay? I'm going to do that just like that for now, just sliding it down so it doesn't tip. And then I have a piece of pecan pie cardstock, and I am going to grab the Nested Essentials dies. I love these dies, and I'm going to use one of these banners from it. I'm going to go point side first. I think it's going to start better. A lot of times if you try to start your dies on that straight edge, they do not like to go. So we're going to put the points first, and actually I'm going to try to turn this just a little bit. Now you can see I'm going to put my number 1 plate back on top, and it's going to go and meet up with that, or the number 2 plate is going to meet up with the number 1 plate. So we have the one that's sandwiched in between. It is lower. This is just going to help my mini machine get started because sometimes it's a little cantankerous. Sometimes it does not like to get started. But once you do that, easy peasy. It rolls right through. It works better if you're standing too, but I'm sitting and it worked fine. We're friends. We've hung out. All right. There we go. So I just have this lovely banner. Set all this stuff aside. Now I have lots more cards to show you besides this one that I'm making. So you'll definitely want to see them all. All right. I'm going to take my pumpkins and I'm going to adhere my pumpkins to my little banner because it's so cute. We're just going to put the pumpkins right on here. Adorbs. All right, I'm going to grab my minis, my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, and actually I'm not going to use the mini. I'm going to cut off the side into a thin strip, Actually, we'll cut this to size. So I'm just going to lay it over top of the birthday and snip it. And then we'll do the same thing with the happy. Just kind of get them hopefully to the right size-ish. There we go. I just sometimes when I'm using these sentiment strips like this, I like to have it really nice and well supported and just have the whole strip right on there. So there's the happy. And I'm going to put that right about there. I think that looks pretty good. We'll put on the birthday. So we have happy and birthday. Although we could have just done happy, happy, happy. But I'm doing happy birthday. It's a birthday card for all those fall birthdays, right? All right, here's the birthday. I'm going to do a right justified. So we're lining them up on the right side. Birthday. So just like that. Isn't that a cute little tag? You can even use that just like as a tag on a gift or something. That would be fun. I'm going to put it on a card though. So I have a piece of the designer series paper and I'm using the one that is pecan pie. And I think this is like petal pink in there, but it looks good with the orange too. So this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I have a piece of pumpkin pie that is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. I'm going to adhere these together. Oh, so cute. All right. I'm going to adhere this to the pumpkin pie. And then we're going to add a little bit of twine on here. So I'm using the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. This has vanilla, crumb cake, white, black, and then like a gray color. I don't remember what the gray color is supposed to be, but yeah, a bunch of different colors. I'm going to use the crumb cake. Goes back in there. You can see this is like more. Let me see. I guess I just have 2 vanillas. Oh, I'm using vanilla, not crumb cake. I have 2 vanillas and 2 crumb cakes in here because I tend to use the black and the white, and apparently that gray I've used a bunch of. So the black, I really like the black Baker's Twine. All right, we're going to lay this on here. I'm going to wrap this around twice. So actually, let's just do this. There we go. I do want these to crisscross though. I want to have a crisscross in there. All right. And I usually just tie it and then cut it later, unless it's being persnickety and it's not working, and then I cut it. But usually I'm like, well, I'm going to try to tie it first because then I'll know how long to cut it. But sometimes it doesn't cooperate. You just have to cut it. All right. Ooh, it's very twisty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to just run this over my fingers a little bit, try to get out some of the twists. And then we'll pull it in and pull it back out again too. So just running that over my fingernails just a little bit. Probably should have done it before I tried it, but we'll see if we can make this work. So I'm going to pull that in, and I'm just trying to keep these kind of untwisted as I pull them to kind of get them going in the right direction. All right. There we go. So cute. Let's cut off the bottom of this. This one's a little bit long, although I do like the super long. We're going to leave them pretty long. There we go. So now we're going to add our tag to the front of this. Hello, Teresa. Welcome. And Marcia. Glad you guys are here. I'm going to add the tag to the front of this. And I want to slide this in next to it. So let's roll this over. When I have to move where my bow is, what I do is I put my finger on top of the bow, and then I roll the twine, and that usually helps keep it moving, right? Something about putting your finger on top of that knot just helps it move. And I think I'm going to move this down just a little bit. right, let's see. Yep, I'm thinking that's good. I'm thinking I like that. All right. Now, when I put on a banner, hello, Karen in Florida. Hope you made it through the storm okay. Must have power. When I do a banner, I like to put dimensionals on the bottom and glue on the top. Because I like it to look like it's stuck on the top and it's kind of like waving on the bottom. So that's kind of my thing. I always like to put adhesive on the top and dimensionals on the little banner ends. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to slide this in and try to get this even on both sides. Straight on the top. Oh, that is not straight. Try that again. There we go. And then we just got to hold the top for a second. Make sure it adheres down. And then this whole bit is going to get put on a pumpkin pie, or not pumpkin pie, on a pecan pie card base. I don't know, which do you prefer? Pecan pie or pumpkin pie? And I mean like the pies, not the colors. I mean, you can tell me which color you prefer too, but are you a pecan pie lover or a pumpkin pie lover? Or neither? All right. I have my bonus dimensionals. I need to snip the edges. I'm down to the end. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. Now, don't forget that when you place at least a $75 order through me, you will get the card kit for the November online card class for free. And in November, we're going to be using the Labeled with Love stamp set. So that's going to be really awesome. Yeah. And this month, in a couple weeks, we're going to be having the October online card class, and we're going to be using the decorative trees bundle. And if you have been waiting to get that, it is back in stock. So actually, a lot of things were back in stock. The out of stock list was a lot smaller, but I'm not sure what all the things were because you have to remember what was on there before, and I don't always remember. So if you've been waiting for something to come back in, you might want to go check because I did notice it was shorter. All right, there is our little happy birthday card. Let's make an inside for this card too. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp those pumpkins again. Super, let's just keep it easy, right? Pumpkin for fall and pecan for winter. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. All right, so I'm just going to stamp some little pumpkins in here. And let's add those stems to it as well. Oh, Kimberly, I'm so glad you like it. And Alicia, you like that banner tip? Yeah, that's kind of like my favorite thing to do with banners. All right, here's my little stems. And then I can pop this inside my card. And this piece, of course, is just 4 inches by 5 1/4, which is what I generally use for the insides of my card. So we'll just pop this right here. And let me show you the other cards I have because there's some other fun ones too. All right, there we go. I love that. I don't know, the colors and the long threads, just something. All right, let's see the next one. Here is the next one. I used a color I never used. This is Cajun Craze. Y'all, I never use Cajun Craze. Almost never. But for some reason, I wanted to use this paper and it went well with it. So I used Cajun Craze and I stamped the little farmhouse and made this whole little scene and then added the thanks underneath. So easy. I did emboss this piece of Cajun Craze with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. Well, you can see that. So it's got some nice texture. And then I added some vanilla baker's twine on there as well. So just really simple and easy. And I did the inside with 3 little trees. All right. Here are some more pumpkins. This one I actually used a piece of crumb cake and I stamped the large fence and the grass on there. I stamped some of the clouds in white. And then I stamped the group of pumpkins on white. And I just fussy cut them out and put them on Stampin' Dimensional. So they're popped up along with the hay. and added some faux glass dots. And then just did 3 little pumpkins on the inside too. So there's that one. So much fun. All right, and then this one, I had to do the trees too, because the trees are so cute. So here's the 3 little trees that are adorable, again with the tree paper. Back here we have the fall leaf or leaf fall 3D embossing folder, which is a really fun one. It carried over, but it is still available. It's not in any catalogs or anything. It's kind of, I think, gotten overlooked this fall, but it is still available and it works really well with this. So there's that. And then this opens up and I just added a little piece of that designer series paper to the inside. So there we go. There are my 4 cards for tonight using that Scenic Pumpkin Patch stamp set, which I'm loving it. I don't know why I didn't pull it out to use sooner. So, all right. If you have stamps that are sitting on your shelf and you haven't used them, I encourage you to grab those and pull them out and make something with them. If nothing else, you can join me next Tuesday night. We're going to do a terrific technique. And generally, my techniques will work with any stamps and paper. So pull out a set you haven't used before and let's put it to ink and make a card with it. All right. Have a fabulous weekend this weekend. I hope you all stay warm and dry and all the good things. And I will see you next week, Tuesday night for Stamp With Me Tuesday.